They laughed at her from the moment she stepped onto the training grounds. Their eyes scanned her, judging, doubting, certain she would break under pressure. A young soldier, barely 20, with a frame that seemed too small, too fragile for what lay ahead. Every glance carried a whisper of disbelief, a silent declaration that she did not belong. Asterisk, what city are you watching from today? If this story resonated with you, hit subscribe for more real stories about extraordinary people. Her name was Lieutenant Maya Carter, though no one in the barracks knew it yet. She carried herself with a quiet determination that no mocking remark could shake. The sun beat down on the dirt and gravel of the training compound, and every grunt, every strain, every drop of sweat was a test. She had come here to prove herself, not to prove anyone right. On the first day, her peers circled her like predators sizing up prey. Think she'll last a week? One muttered. She looks like she couldn't live half of that. The word stung, but Maya did not falter. Each insult fueled her focus, sharpened her resolve. When they shoved her into the obstacle course, when they laughed as she struggled to climb ropes taller than her reach, she ignored them. Her mind was somewhere else, replaying training sequences she had learned in secret, honing skills no one here could imagine. Weeks passed and the mockery did not cease. Every push-up, every drill, every tactical exercise became a battleground of expectation versus reality. She was underestimated, overlooked, written off. And yet, behind those eyes was a steel that no taunt could bend. She endured the exhausting drills, the punishing runs, the whispered doubts. She endured because she had trained for this her entire life, in ways no one could see. During one grueling endurance test, a group of her peers attempted to trip her, to pull her down when no instructors were watching. They laughed, certain of her failure. But Maya moved with precision, her movements fluid, her instincts exact. She sidestepped, twisted, and countered without hesitation. By the time they realized what had happened, she was ahead, climbing the next wall while they struggled to recover. They froze, the laughter gone, replaced by disbelief. The whispers grew louder, questions forming on everyone's lips. Who was she? Where did this skill come from? It was during a tactical drill that the truth came to light. The soldiers were simulating an extraction, a complex sequence of moves under fire. Maya executed each step flawlessly, clearing the course faster than any man, maneuvering with a precision that seemed almost unnatural. The commanding officer, Colonel Harris, observed from the sidelines. He had seen many soldiers, many promising recruits, but something about her movements caught his attention. He called her over after the drill. The barracks were silent as she approached. He looked her over, eyes narrowing slightly, and then he whispered words meant for no one else, words that changed everything. That's a black viper mark. A shiver ran through the room. The title was legendary, reserved for those who had trained in the most elite programs, those whose reputation preceded them in shadows and whispers. Suddenly, the young soldier they had mocked became a figure of awe. Every scoff, every laugh, every doubt evaporated. Maya had not just survived. She had been underestimated because her strength was hidden, reserved for moments like this. The revelation rippled through the group. Respect replaced ridicule. Silence replaced mocking laughter. And in that moment, Maya did not boast or gloat. She simply nodded and returned to her training, her composure intact. The lesson had been delivered without fanfare. Those who had doubted her learned that strength is not always obvious, and excellence is often hidden beneath the surface dot by the end of the training cycle. The soldiers who had laughed were now her allies, standing in quiet admiration. They had witnessed a transformation not just of skill, but of presence. Maya had taught them an unspoken truth. Never underestimate anyone based on appearances. For the fiercest strength can be contained within the smallest frame, and the most extraordinary ability can arrive in disguise. And as she stood at the edge of the training field, watching the sun set over the horizon, she felt a quiet satisfaction. The battle was never about proving them wrong. It was about proving to herself that she could rise above expectation, that her dedication and skill could carry her farther than anyone imagined. What did this story make you feel? Where are you watching from? Subscribe to Soul Relief Stories for more real stories that heal the heart.